Hello everyone, and we are getting close to the end of our program. We only have a couple days after today, so we are going to dive into a few things today. I'm actually combining two topics into one day, so forgive me if this is a little longer. I'll try to get through it, but I wanted to make sure to talk about it. So the few things I want to talk about is making sure you have your system set in place. Because these will help you work smarter, not harder. And then two, talking about your team tasks, okay? A lot of times we get so busy, we get caught up, we try to do things, and sometimes we work harder but not smarter, okay? So today I wanted to talk about working smarter, not harder, okay? If you have systems, tasks, lists in place, it will be easier. At the beginning of the program, we talked about the 5-5-5, Power Hour, and these need to really be set in place. But I have a few other systems and ideas that I want to show you and tasks to set up to help your team. So again, you're working smarter, not harder, because we all are busy. We all have things going on. So first I wanted to talk about 5 ways to work smarter, not harder. 1, know your goals. I know you hate hearing your why, your goals, blah, 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 blah. But you need to set goals and break them down. We've talked about this. 2, work your business like a business. Okay, this is a business. If you want to make money, you have to work it as a business, not a hobby. It's okay if you're a hobbyist, fine. You're probably not in this program because this program is for those that want to go above and beyond and really make money and do well with the business. So work it as a business. You have to show up. You're the owner. You are your own CEO. In order to grow, you need to show up. You need to set time to work your business. It does not have to be like a regular CEO working 7 a.m. till 5, 6 p.m., sometimes later, okay? You can work 15, 30 minutes, an hour a day, whatever you want, but make sure you keep with that schedule. 3, focus on income producing activities, okay? A lot of times we get set going on. I admit, I go on Facebook to post something about my business and I get reading things and I do this and then I watch this and I do this. I've just lost hours doing practically nothing, okay? Work on the income producing. Post something, get on, get off, okay? I mean, you can do things on Facebook, don't get me wrong, but just know that is not work. Sitting there reading everyone's posts, skimming through things, be focused with it. Work on making parties, talking to people about it. Yes, building relationships, which you can do on Facebook, but building relationships, getting hosts, getting recruits. Those are income producing activities that you need to work on, okay? Other things are important too, don't get me wrong, but focus more on those, okay? 4, setting up systems. I'm going to talk about a few systems. We've talked about a few already, but we're going to talk about a few more. And 5, developing a positive mindset of success. Stop procrastinating and finding excuses. Okay? This is something we all do. We all have things going on in our lives, whether it's health issues, whether it's moving, whether it's, I know Diane's in the process of moving. Bless her heart, she's still here doing trainings and working. Even when she's in the hotel, whether it's kids, family, financial issues, whatever it is, if you always find excuses, you'll never get there. I always say, I hope next week's easier. Guess what? It never is. There's always something, okay? So be positive. Don't procrastinate. Set your time and do it. If it's 15 minutes, if it's 30 minutes, do your 15, 30 minutes a day. If it's an hour a day, however fast you want to grow, set more time. If you don't have a lot of time, you're busy, 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, you really can do awesome things with your business, but being smart during that time. So today I'm supposed to be talking, not supposed to, but what we decided was talking about team tasks, okay? And when I thought of doing team tasks, I'm like, I can't just show team task. I got to show your task and team task together because that's how I work it. I work it together in a system. So I'm going to show you briefly a system that I have set up. I know some of you in my team have seen this, and I will post it in the files. Again, I may have already posted it. I can't remember. I will, but I did a drive to director program, and I kind of did this basics, but I have also the team in there. So I just kind of wanted to show you, because we've talked about different things. I talked to you, and I'm going to just show you this. I will have this in there. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare. This is something I want you to do every single month. Set this up. Really work to get your 4 events. We talked about that earlier in the week. I did talk about your 10 join recruiting, 6 team training, coaching, motivation, etc., and drive self-improvement. We will talk about this next week. So I'm not going to go into drive with that. We've talked about getting sales, the 4 events. I talked to you guys about that. We've talked about recruiting. We've been talking about team all week and how to do that. So that is why I'm talking team. But what I have done, I'm just going to show you. Sorry if this is backwards or horrible. I do my tasks all right here. Okay, I'm going to just show you. I did actually have these in the back, but then I moved them because I'm doing the task. And these are brand new ones, so I can show you. I didn't want you to see my scribbly writing everywhere. This has weekly tasks. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, now I'm going to give this to you, but you find one that works for you. You can make up your own blank one and work on what works for you. Okay, I actually have another one. This is kind of my team tasks in here too. But this I like because it talks about congratulate new sponsors, schedule coaching calls, reach out to those that will cancel. This is all week 1. Remove canceled teamies from the page. Team stats on team page. Edit customer newsletter. Top 5 on Friday. Follow up with Amy. Go live on team page. So this has your team. It has your personal. It has your setting up coaching hosts, whatnot. So this is a nice one someone else made that I really like. And then again, there's the monthly task. This was your weekly task. This is the monthly task. Now, forgive me, I'm trying to show it all at once. Then you can also put in your stats if you're a stats person and like your stats. This is another one that I have done. I actually have an assistant. Yes, when maybe you are a superstar director and have lots and lots of people in your time, sometimes it's nice to have an assistant. So I actually have things that we do together when she is here. So on Mondays, we go through the Marvelous Mondays. I talked to you guys about that when you're recognizing your team. We go through that. Thursday, we do our mail outs, when our welcome packets. So I have things broken down. So this is one that you want to do personally. Maybe you're just doing it, an hour, 2 hours on Monday and Thursday. Then put in what you're going to do those. And then I also have my first week, second week, third week, fourth week, and other duties that I have to kind of throw in depending on what's going on. So these are sending out the lead packets. I mean, I don't want to go into all of it because it's something you guys need to come up with. We've kind of gone through the training. I don't know. I'll go in through briefly on some of them. So I do my constant contact team training call reminders. I do the send out welcome packets to new team members, send out the thank yous to all my online orders, send out the lead packets. Anyone who's interested in the business, I send out and follow up with them. Check for those who reach shooting star, send out emails, look for the sensational start, see where people are, send out Marvelous Mondays. Thursdays, I do send out the thank you for online orders, send out packets, send out welcome packets, anything left over. And then I have first week, update my constant contact. I have team and I have consultants that I update. Okay. And I also have a hit 'em up that I have team and customers, and that sends out text. So I update those first week of the month. Anyway, I send a sorry you were lost for our team and a follow-up in 3 months. Okay. I send out, you will get purged postcards and emails. Again, this is the first week. I send out promotions, get newsletter started. I write out Again, and my VIPs, I send those out, write out thank you, online orders, cards for the month, write welcome cards. Anyway, hopefully I'm giving you an idea. Second week, newsletter, send out promotions because those have posted, send out awards or things to work on, monthly incentives, working on incentives, following up again. Anyway, each week, I don't want to get tedious. I know this is already getting long. I have something set up. I want you to do this, okay? Set up something like this. You know what? If you want one that's kind of already set up, these will be in here. But you may want something broken down, especially if you're only working a couple days a week instead of every day, depending on how you want it. These are things that you need to do. Have your system. Doing this will help you work smarter, not harder. Okay, I'm going to just... briefly, sorry, this is a little big. Again, we've talked about cells. I have this in here, and I put a tab so I can jump right to cells. I need help with cells, maybe this month or whatnot. I can come in here and get some ideas. I only have 3 parties set up. This is an example. I actually have more. Or events. I call them events because you can do anything, whatever works for you. Here's some ideas that I put in here, ways to help me. I would slide in here. Recruiting. Again, I have my tips. I have my actual recruiting conversations in here. You guys can put in there. If you're stumped what to say, how to say it, there's some ideas in there. We already talked about, I've talked about on my 10 tips, the recruiting, the effort and sacrifice. These I like to look at often because you know what? When you're growing your business, you are right here. You're working hard, but it will pay off. Anyway, so now I'm going to jump to team. Okay. Ways to motivate your team. We talked about ways to motivate your team. New consultant checkout list. We've talked about having these set up so when you get a new recruit, you can follow up. I will save these in there too. I print off several of these and then have them in there and fill them out. Again, these are empty because I put mine somewhere else once I get them. And then next week we'll talk about Drive to Improve. Again, setting up something with your team, what you're going to do. You know, whether you're going to follow up with them on week 1, send out any of information on those that are going to purge, contact them. Again, later in the month. I always do it on the 1st week and the 4th week. Okay? I send out a postcard on the 1st week and an email. I send out a text or a phone call, depending if they're frontline or whatnot, on the end of the week. Hey, you got a few days left. Make sure to get your 200 in, whatnot. Set these things up, what you want to work on with your team, okay? I know it seems like a little bit more right now, but if you have this written down what you do, it makes it so much easier. So you are not spinning and you are not losing people and you are working with your team, okay? 1st and the 4th week, you know, I do those. 2nd week, I always do moving up, looking at who's moving up, whatnot. Find a task that works for you, okay? You can use the ones that I have put in here that I will upload or make your own. That is fine. I showed you kind of one that I have set up with my own, and I have one that someone set up that I really like too. Find one that works with you. That is your homework today. I don't want you to just watch this video. I want you to watch the video and set up your team tasks and what you're going to do, your daily tasks, okay? Tasks are lists, checklists, whatever works for you, that is what works, but I want you to write it up so you know week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. If you do this, I think you realize this isn't as hard as I thought it would be. I mean, you look at mine. I have, you know, hundreds of people in my team, thousands in my group, several thousands. I mean, it's a lot. But if you set it up where it's not that hard, it will, as you continue to grow, you have the systems that will make it easy and make it possible to duplicate. Okay, so that is your homework. Do the task. Watch this video and set up a task list. Now, if you have one that is working wonders, go through it and just make sure there's not something you need to add. Okay, I redid mine just because, hey, we're doing this training and I want it redone. I mean, I added some things, especially in the back, and some things that I'll show you tomorrow or next week for self-improvement. But make sure to get something set up. That is your homework. And if you're willing to share, I would love to see your task sheet, your team task sheet, or your weekly, daily, monthly activity sheet. Okay? That's all. Thanks, guys. Only a few days left. Power through, keep going, and end it out strong. Bye, guys. Proud of you. Bye.